Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back, my friend. This is BjjBrick Quick. My name's Byron. We're talking about teaching jiu-jitsu tips this week. This is your favorite jiu-jitsu podcast, your favorite quick one anyway. Don't want to limit you. I hope it's on the list at least. Okay. Today, we're getting into like kind of a Jedi mind tricks going on here, my friend. There's a book called The Talent Code, and I interviewed the author, Daniel Coyle, years ago on the regular BjjBrick podcast. And in that book, he talks about a phrase that will boost students' performance between 40 to over 300%. And so when you think about a student who's like at school and struggling and trying something or not even trying anymore, this phrase boosted their performance 40 to over 300%. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. I might as well tell you the phrase. And you could look at it for jiu-jitsu. Let you figure that out. But the phrase is this. You give a student feedback. And then you say this. I'm giving you these comments because I have very high expectations. And I know that you could reach them. It was kind of a way to end the chapter on your feedback. It's 19 words. I'm giving you these comments because I have very high expectations, and I know that you could reach them. That's it. What's this do? And Daniel Coyle breaks it down. He tells you that this is that you belong to this group. Sense of belonging. You're here in class. I'm giving you this feedback. You belong here. We have high standards here. This isn't a normal class. I have very high expectations. That's part of the phrase. Then I think which is the key here is that the instructor believes that you could reach those standards. You ever been in a class that you didn't belong? Maybe you took, I guess an example would be like Algebra 2 and you haven't taken Algebra 1. Like, the end of that phrase is, I believe you could reach those standards. It's like, I don't have the prerequisites to reach these standards. I'm just struggling. Like, I'm not keeping my head above water here. So the odds are you're in classes that you belong. And if you're in a jiu-jitsu class and they're teaching you jiu-jitsu, you belong there. You're part of this group, and this group, they have high standards. They teach you good quality jiu-jitsu. And they believe you could do it. When we showing you these techniques, if I didn't believe you could do them. When we talking to you about your failed armbar, if I didn't think you can clean it up and make it a great armbar. So how's this looking on the mats? So let's take this back to the second episode or so, where I talked about second episode of this week. I talked about student-to-student feedback and kind of giving feedback either like in the moment or right after the moment and just giving that direct, this is your game, and this is how you make it a little bit better. Okay? That's super important feedback. You can watch YouTube videos all day long, and they don't apply to your game. But getting some feedback from a training partner or a coach while you roll, man, that fits your game every time. So, little Johnny. When you attempt your omoplata, you got to get control of the hips or something like that. Either the belt, the hips, the shoulder, you need control of the far side. Otherwise, you're going to escape. Now, I'm saying this, it was a good setup. The setup is tough to do. I think you could do the setup. You did it. I think you're going to have a great omoplata. But you got to prevent that roll from happening. Can't wait till next time we train. I know you're going to have a better omoplata. That to me is a little bit of not as clean of encouragement in what was happening to the training partner there. You recognize that as this team, we're going to fight pretty hard. I'm going to fight out of your omoplata. I'm not just going to let you have it. And then give a little confidence that you can do this. This is you've already done so much work to get to this point. The next step is literally a step. So that's what that would kind of look like. And I'm sure you could engineer. I just did that one on the spot. If I was a better podcaster, I'd have wrote an example. Dang it, Byron. I may not be the best podcaster in the world, but I did make an audiobook. It's your first year of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's about 2.5 hours long, and I'll walk you through everything from finding the right gym to the benefits of Jiu-Jitsu, even which techniques you should focus on in the first year. Highly controversial chapter, mind you. Super controversial. It's one of my longer chapters there in the book. Anyway, if you're interested in supporting the podcast and buying this audiobook, you do one thing and both actions happen. BjjBrick.com. Click on the shop. You'll find it there, my friend. Hope you have a great day and stay sweaty, my friend.